Hey, good evening. Good evening, good morning to you, wherever you are. Wherever you are. Um, I'm gonna try to make this video short, and I'm laying down right now in the dark. I just got up from a nap, small, short nap, and I had a dream, and I want to share the dream that I had. As of late, um, I've been trying to condition myself to believe that all that is happening is fair. All that's happening in my life, all that's happening in my loved ones' lives, specifically my life. I don't think I'll ever believe that it's fair when it comes to other people's lives. But my life, I'm trying to course on, gather the strength to believe that it's fair. Condition my mind, change my mindset, do things a little differently, establish a much higher grade of self-respect. Um, I, as a first house Plutonian, you know, Scorpio rising and all that, I'm learning that I need to just be 100% comfortable with the extremity of me. I have to. I cannot play in the middle with nothing. But um, through that, through me being that way, being my authentic self, I've come across a lot of situations, a lot of people who do not operate with fairness, who are 100%, 200%, 300% unfair and unjust. They do things that are unjust. And the universe is just letting them waltz away and smile and, generate all this happiness and joy and fulfillment. It's gifts like those are just granted so easily after people have done fucked up shit. So that's been clouding my mind. I'm trying to shake it. I wrote something about it, something short, but I'm not trying to really linger in that energy for too long because, like I said, I'm trying to shake it, and it's not healthy. Like it really enrages me with all that I've seen and stuff that I don't see, but I'm forced to see. And even when I have a lot of work to do on myself when it comes to really like loving myself properly, I guess. Staying away from shit, staying away from people. Because with some people, no matter how much I love them, it's for some fucking reason, the people I love so deeply, for some fucking reason, they don't. Well, okay, I'm not gonna say that, or I'll say it. They don't see exactly how they're treating me, or they refuse to understand. And in order to get any sort of attention from me, in order for me to, you know, get into the confines of their world, or for them to get their grips on me, they want me to conform to illusions. They want to manipulate me to the point where I will have to be in the middle of shit. In order for me to interact with them, I will have to be in the middle of shit. No matter how much time passes when we're separated. And no matter how much was done or said, for some reason, you don't have the capacity to see me beyond your manipulation. All right, so that's the. How do I say it? I told y'all that. Now, I want y'all to see how this dream went, okay? And I don't really remember the beginning. Okay, I remember. Excuse me. I remember I was at one of my grandma's old apartments. She used to have was it one, two, yeah, 2 bedroom apartment, 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, living room, of course. That's pretty nice. Yeah, now that I think about it, it was pretty nice. And she stayed out in the desert, so there'll be a lot of heat waves. Certain times I'll go visit, and I would rarely go into her room. The only time I'll go into her room, which is in the back, was I remember my dad had got me like this like a mini motorcycle that I used to like ride up and down this hill. Maximum speed was like 30 miles per hour. I remember I would ride that, but she kept that inside there. She didn't keep it like outside. She didn't keep it out of the closet. So I was in that room, and I ran to the living room, and I don't know who it was, but it was a big ass motherfucker, some dude. And actually, wait, I'll take it back. Excuse me. I didn't run. This dream was from a third person point of view. I'm sorry. So I'm watching this person, whoever it was, that I can't see the face, run to the living room and like mess with that big guy, right? And the big guy got upset, and then the person that ran in there, he was a smaller guy. The smaller guy, he ran back to my grandma's room, and then the big guy chased him in there, and it seemed like the little guy was trying to provoke him into a fight. Actually, yeah, a fair fight. It had rules and everything, and it was swordsmanship. Something with, yeah, swords. Sharp ass fucking swords too, like deadly. Um, So I guess whoever else was around us, I don't know who. Some people, I can't really put a face to them, but they agreed to duel, right? And they started dueling. And I remember the rules specifically were not to stab one another, just be careful and just enjoy the art of fighting. But since there was so much tension on that bigger guy's side, um, the guy overpowered him. And in the dream, I remember the guy had sliced the other guy's head in half. Um, he sliced that shit, and people were getting on they gasp oh, like why would you do that? No. And the other guy obviously was bleeding out, dying. And for some reason, I came into I don't know if I was in another realm. I don't know. I must have been in some spirit realm. I really must have been because I started screaming so loud, just rage, to the oh my gosh, I wouldn't even say not even the top of my lungs, the top of the fucking universe or something, the galaxies. I don't know. I screamed so loud that person came back to life. It was like a spirit that had inhabited him. He came back to life, and he came and killed that other guy. And the way I was screaming reminds me of I don't listen to a lot of rock music, but usually when I think of someone who screams loud, I think his name was Clayton from Linkin Park. I think his name was Clayton. Forgive me if I'm. Oh no, Chester. Sorry, I'm sorry. Rest in peace to him too. Chester from Linkin Park. So I screamed so loud that the injustice that happened before me was resolved right there, just from screaming. I promise you, that was such an intense scream that I woke up. When I woke up, I was scared. I was really spooked. And of course, I did my Googles. I searched the dream up, and it'll say stuff that I've obviously been feeling recently, like repressed anger, or the need to um, resolve situations, absolve situations, or find a healthy outlet to express my anger. Because I definitely have been angry. I went somewhere today. My blood pressure was high. Well, higher than usual, excuse me. Not really high like that, but it was higher than usual. And I'm thinking, damn, I've never had this level of blood pressure. And I guess some shit is really getting to me now. It's really getting to me now. So this is a congratulations to all the people who came into my life and got to me, who saw me as a rock to lie on and, cry on, soak with emotion, and then fucking disregard my own. You got to me. Ah, man, that's great. Damn. All right, I'll stop it here. Love you. Thank you.